I'm going to say.
Don't go there. I know where you're going.
You probably... Do you really?
Carolina, Ruben Hill ring this one all the way around the board. Carolina able to send out a neutralized penalty coming up against the Rush.
Oh, we might even have something else more.
You had a tripping, or they're going to call it kneeing. I thought it was going to be a tripping call, but it's going to be a kneeing call coming up against the Rush. 18:01.
Really hasn't been a lot of flow.
Time on been back and forth. Nobody really getting any momentum so far.
Unlike the Elite where it was back and forth, but a lot of flow.
Yeah. I mean, it's been like both teams get clearing passes getting intercepted or getting tied up out at neutralized. Nobody really getting more than a quick opportunity here and there. No sustained momentum. Charlotte looking to clear this one out. Intercepted. Loughnane, he'll send it all the way back deep into the Charlotte zone. Outman back to play it for Charlotte. Looking to clear it. Puck ended up underneath his skates. And Outman, he's pickpocketed Carolina back up to the blue line. Chipped it into the zone. Sassulis back the other way for the Rush. They momentarily had numbers. Quick shot up to Kluber. He'll shovel that one down. Carolina now all the way through. Kinsala chipping it out into the send this one back. Outman. He'll bring this one all the way to play it around. Almost picked off by Carolina. Now the Canes will pick it off. Carried out in front. Tried to connect up on the pass over to Loughnane, but not able to connect on that one. Corbin with it right down in front of the scorekeeper's box. Puck just bouncing around Stafford. He'll recover it for the Rush. Charlotte. Now they'll just chip it off the boards. Brought into the zone by Stafford, but intercepted.
Probably,
Carolina,
if I had to say, the last like
just
3 or 4
picking
minutes,
the puck up. Really, at
been
this
the
point,
most
we've got a
sustained
chess
momentum,
match, both for Carolina and for Charlotte. We've had so far in the first period.
There's more of a flow to the game now.
Face-off coming to the blocker side of Grant Klober. 5:28 remaining here in the first period. Face-off won by the Rush. Tried to go back over to Schweitzer. Intercepted by Carolina. Kinsala tried to carry it into the zone. Schweitzer able to get a stick onto. He'll break that one up in the volley. Playing this one all the way across onto the far side as Norris tried to chip that one. We'll get it across my volley. Now reversing it around. Tried to go over to Barrow. Spencer Barrow just had it pop on and off of his stick at the last second. Cleared out through neutral
Got a
ice.
penalty.
And a penalty coming up against the Rush. Nobody really getting any momentum.
I think that was a little bit of a frustration
penalty more than
it opened up,
anything
and
else.
both
Both teams are getting opportunities now. So that'll be something to look at as the game goes on.
Oh, yes, and we saw not exactly the same thing, but a similar thing in the Elite game, except it was one team had more momentum in one half of the period, and then the other team had momentum in the other half, and then you had to find out what was going to happen in the next period.
Gifford and Hampshire stepping in for the faceoff coming to the blocker side of Stoltz. Faceoff won back by the Rush. Outman, he'll play it around. Now Sassulis looking for an opportunity. He'll chip this one in. Tried to go over to Conter. A little bit too far. Weigard back to play it. He'll set up back behind the Canes net. And that will do it for your first period. So your score after 20, same place we started. Zeros on the scoreboard. But we've just had 17 shots combined. Charlotte with 11, Carolina with 6.
They didn't call it.
There's only so much that the referees can see. And that's why I've been an advocate for a couple of years that they need to, at least at the Premier side, because at NCDC they go 4-man. At least at Premier they need to go 4-man, just because the size and the speed. But that's an argument for another day. Puck chipped out into neutral ice, picked up by the Rush. Keys, he'll chip it into the zone, ringing this one all the way around the board. Tom trying to get a stick under Sassulis. Able to chip this one back deep into the zone. Loughnane back to play for Carolina. Reversed over onto the near side. Gifford. He'll chip it out into neutral ice. Kinsala. He'll get it into the zone. Gifford with a shot. Just a little bit of a floater.
He golfed it to him.
He needed a little more club on that one. So the folks who come to watch games here inside maybe really in any rink, they only see one jersey. They don't have the luxury like we do to see the showcases, and in some cases go to showcases where you get to see the black. In the case of Carolina, the black jerseys, or in some cases, I don't know if they're going to use them this year. The outdoor game third jerseys from last season. it would be nice for people to get to see those more than just on a visiting team's broadcast. So we'll have to see. I mean, I like it both. I see it both ways.
I'm the same way. That's why I'd like the NHL to go kind of to what some of the AHL and ECHL have done, is half one thing and half the other off the post.
Caught that one, bounced around right off the post, and it looks like Gifford's going to be going into the box. Just a tie up out in front. Gifford got a little bit of an extra shove in.
There is
and
also
like they
a
always
point
talk about
as well where sometimes you have to say, hey, you know what? Both you go. We got to control this game.
Exactly. I see both sides of it. 14:42 remaining. Face-off won by Carolina. They'll ring this one all the way around the boards. Bolt tried to chip it out of the zone. Held in by Hampshire. He'll chip it into the zone. Carolina, they're just going to shovel this one all the way down. Stoltz. He'll come out, play it, and just set it up on a tee. Peter Keys back to play it for the Rush. Carried it out and neutralized. Nichols pass across. Metkin with it. Carried it into the zone. He'll put on the break, spins around. Up to the top. Keys. Over to
on
Nichols with
one,
a shot. And he gets it just over the
glove.
glove.
What from the crowd is the ref lost sight of the puck, and so therefore the whistle is blown.
Yeah.
And that's the rule. And yeah, it squirted out at the end, but there's not much you can do.
The thing is, on ice, it's bang, bang real quick. Once you start to go up, it may squirt loose, but most referees are not going to, in that quick second, pull it back down. Face off to the glove side of Rocco Stoltz. Carolina winning the draw. Up at the top, Rubin. He'll chip this one down into the zone. Casala playing around. Tried to carry that one out with Gifford. That's pickpocketed off the Rush. Trying to clear it up through the blue line. Gifford able to momentarily get a stick onto it, but cleared all the way down. Rubin back on the touch. Icing waved off. Didn't make the goal line. Sassoulis with an opportunity. Puck bounced off of the stick of Ethan Rubin. And Sassoulis with a golden opportunity.
Loughnane with the close
shot opportunity.
That one
able to make the
save.
go wide.
Another one of those
netting. The field goal is no good.
Speaking of, we'll give you a score update.
2:30 remaining in the fourth quarter. Louisville with a 3-point lead, 13-10 over the NC State Wolfpack. Face-off won by Carolina. Loughnane with a shot. This one rings all the way around the boards. Rubin pinching in, able to get it popped loose with Keys. He'll play it around for the Rush. Up at the blue line, a little bit of a miscommunication. Casala keeping it in the Loughnane with a shot opportunity. Put that one right body. Second shot opportunity.
It's still loose.
I don't know how that one stayed out. 3 shot opportunities.
Here we go.
For Carolina. And now we're going to get the pushing and shoving down in the corner. We'll have to wait and see what comes out of this.
Oh, we're at least getting a penalty, if not 2.
And so I'll go ahead and say, I know it's late here in North Carolina, 10:18 on the East Coast. Good morning to the Biglino family in Switzerland.
Junior Canes as
Exactly.
well. Even if you kill it off.
Exactly. Sometimes killing off a penalty can be a bigger momentum builder than a team scoring on the power play. Face-off coming to the glove side of Klober. Carolina will win it back. Wegarts. He'll ring back behind the goal line out the far side of the ice. Chipped up to Biglino. Matteo Biglino into the zone. Gets around Dave. Backhand opportunity. Puts that one just wide of the goal. Held it up to the top. Wegarts with a shot opportunity. That one tipped off of the stick of Gallen. Just barely by inches went wide of the goal.
I thought that was going to go in.
Shooting lanes to work with. Granted, they're cycling the puck around, but they're cycling it because Carolina's doing a good job of closing lanes. Carolina win the draw. Keys able to hold it in for Charlotte. He'll chip this one down into the corner. Mavali, he'll play the puck. This one chips out through neutralized Stafford. Back to play it. He'll chip it around over to Keys. Peter Keys out through neutralized for the Rush. Chipped into the zone. Conter. He'll let a chip shot go, and that'll do it for 2 periods of play. So your score after 2, the Charlotte Rush 4, Carolina no score. If you're the Carolina coaching
until it was
the
too
coaching
late,
staff,
and that's the problem.
You got stuff to talk about. If you're the Carolina
really
players,
you can do about it.
because he just sat there. It almost looked because it was almost he didn't even make a move for it.
Charlotte winning the draw. Kennard. He'll play this one back in the corner. Now under Kennard out through neutral ice. Chipping this one all the way down. Tipped on the way through, so no icing on the play. Carolina ringing this one around Kinsella. He'll chip it out into neutral ice. Kennard. He'll send this one all the way across over onto the far side of the ice. Brought in Sasoulis. Chipped up to the top. Contar. Now he'll carry it in his own reverse back up to the top. Cullen. At the blue line, he'll let a wrist shot go. That one ends up being more of a cross-corner dumping than anything else. Contar down in his skates. And the net got knocked loose on the play. So we'll get a stop at 17:30 remaining in a 5-0 Charlotte lead.
I'm so confused as to how that got bumped off, and the ref literally shook it. I don't even think it moved. I'm very.
It was a couple inches off. I could see it from up here. It was just sitting not down in the little divot in the ice.
Okay, I must have missed that then.
Carolina chipping this one out, picked up by the rush at the blue line. Mavali now with it. He'll reverse around back into the zone. Barrow with a shot. That one high and wide, held in by Cullen. He'll let a shot go. That one on the far side, wide, picked up by Carolina. Tried to get that a long stretch pass, intercepted the rush. Back the other way, Mavali with the puck. Back into the zone. He'll let a wrist shot go. That one just underneath the glove of Cliver, but back out in neutral ice. Picked
Here's
up
the
by
big thing
Carolina.
for the Junior Hurricanes here.
Is not quite able to settle
You have
that one
to kill
down.
this off. And I'm not saying that if the Rush score that it's over, because it's far from it.
The hill just gets bigger.
But exactly. And that's going to make it that much harder and make it, I'm not going to say impossible, but it's going to be very hard to overcome.
Waygarts, he'll bring this one all the way around. Nolan Bolt trying to tip it out of the zone. Held in momentarily by the Rush. Carolina clears it up to the blue line. Barashkin, he'll just whack that one all the way down like I stole.
Dumped back down now, and here comes the Rush. Now taken over by the Junior Canes. Lost for a second now. I did not see the number there, but
I'm back. Hampshire with it down. You would think by 38, almost 39 years old, I knew to get them to set when I'm talking. So goaltending change. I did not see that. Good call on that. Got Kohler in net for the third period for Carolina.
I just noticed it because of the pads.
And I'll tell you, I saw the pad change, but it didn't register. And then I thought I saw the one.
Junior Canes.
But it's frustration.
It's frustration.
And then when you said it, I looked back there and saw the 3
smart. It's frustration taking over. And that's something that's going to destroy your game.
Yeah, you got to stay out of the box. No matter how good your penalty kill is, you give a team opportunities, they're going to put them in. Puck sitting right on the doorstep. Charlotte, they'll reverse this one back up to the top keys. Over to Nichols. Zach Nichols, he'll walk in, lets the shot go. That one high up over the top of the goal. Picked up by Barashkin. Over to Nolan Bolt. Carrying that one in. Had Loughnane streaking in. Instead, he'll just chip this one in wide of the goal. Give chase. Metkin playing the puck. Now chipped around over to Nichols. He'll carry it out through neutral ice. Keese in the zone. Drop pass to Nichols. Lets a wrist shot go. That one just wide of the goal. Ringing all the way back out into neutral ice.
That have happened. There's been kind of 3 different kinds of goals tonight. Ones that are just breakdowns and it's a bad defense play. Then you have ones that just bounce funny and ones that just are amazing shots or just happen to go in.
So 17th penalty call today. Charlotte is 2-0 on the man advantage. Most of the penalties have all been offsetting. So that was only our second power play of the game, and Charlotte able to score on both of them. The Rush now back out through neutral ice. Sasoulis
different things.
Carrying into the zone,
going to the big Canes, the Carolina Hurricanes. How last year they were playing in Columbus, and they scored, I think it was like 7 goals within less than 2 minutes. So it is very possible.
No, absolutely, it's possible. But like we said earlier, every second that ticks off the clock, that hill is just getting a little bit. That incline is just getting a little steeper. Carolina with it back behind the goal line, reversed onto the near side. Tom looking to play that one out, picked off Norris. He'll get a shot off. Carolina able to clear it out into Detroit's Kinsella. Now he'll carry it in. Tried to go across over to Gifford. Puck bounced at the last second. Day able to get a stick onto a Gifford. Recovering the puck. He'll let a shot go. Stoltz having to hang on to that one for the whistle. 9:07 remaining in the third period. Charlotte a 6-0 lead. Just this is almost tonight looking like rivalry games between these two teams from past years. Back to, I think it was 2 years ago when Charlotte won the national championship of both teams, their premier team. They pretty much would win just about it. Carolina on a rebound, Kinsella, he'll knock that one home. I was just about to say, the wall almost looked unchinkable, where you just couldn't get it in. But Carolina, they'll knock that one home on a double rebound. Kinsella, he'll break the shutout. 6-1, 9:02 remaining. You're not going to win with one goal, but that's one goal chipped away. Now you need to get 2, get 3, get 4.
And the other thing is, one goal can sometimes start a chain reaction and a momentum swing. So can this be the thing that lights the fire for the Junior Canes?
Yeah, it'll be interesting to see. 9 minutes and change remaining. It should be a good one. Sit back, relax, and enjoy this one. Barashkin over to Kinsella. He'll carry it out through Detroit. Back in, deep into the rush zone. Gorman back to play it. Tried to reverse around momentarily. Picked up by Carolina, but now cleared through neutral ice. They're going to say it was tipped on the way through, so no ice. And Wegarts back to play it. Reverse right over onto the far side. Barashkin chipping this one around the Canes. They'll send this one all the way down
by the Canes.
Too far.
Back
Nichols,
the other way.
back to play it for the rush. Loughnane with the puck has to hold off. Carolina had to check it inside of the zone. Puck bounced out. Now Wegarts, he'll spin this one around. Gifford chipping this one across Kinsella. He's got the only goal for Carolina. Spins off pressure. Tries to go out in front. Second shot opportunity for Loughnane right out in front. Has to spin off, regroup. Second shot opportunity. That one blocked on the way through. Didn't make the net. Loughnane with it in the corner. Reversed up to the top. Toyas with a shot. That one tips
That's one of
all
those
the way
where,
through down in the
you
corner.
know,
Day.
we
Now
talked
he'll
about
down
quality and quantity earlier, and that has kind of shifted.
Toyas now with it. He'll send it all the way across over onto the far side. That's Gifford. Able to carry it into the zone, but runs into pressure. Charlotte able to clear it out through neutral ice. Atkin with the puck. He'll carry it into the zone. Chips this one all the way down low. Hampshire with it along the wall. Toyas able to clear it up to the blue line, but held in the zone. Quick shot from up at the blue line. Rings all the way around. Day chips across. Outman. Now Wilder Outman. He'll just
the wise move
slow
for a
play
goaltender
down.
is just hang on
Reverses
to
this
it,
one back
stop
to
play.
Day. Regroup.
And I think after tonight, that's what the Junior Canes are going to really have to do, is regroup and figure out what you got to do to not let this happen tomorrow.
Absolutely. Surchek with it down low in the corner. 25 seconds remaining here in the period. Picked off by the rush. Cleared. High up off the glass. Now back the other way. Waysard with the puck. Chipped across. Cross with it. He'll carry it into the zone. Backhand forehand. Puts that one just wide of the goal. Rubin. Now he'll spin this one over on the far side of the ice. Cross. Chipping it down into the corner. Puck tied up down along the wall. Ethan Rubin. He'll bring it out, but you have Cross and I think that was Surchek. They got tied up along the wall.
That's what I'm thinking as well.
So the referees, they're going to go ahead and blow play dead. Faceoff will come over to the blocker side of Kohler.
I think it might have been Corbin, actually.
Faceoff down, one by Carolina. Rubin. He'll pick this one up and just shank it up towards the blue line, and that'll do it.